Welcome to Monday Night Live at Man Peppers, featuring the Madison County Mountaineers Football Coaches Corner with Larry Helmick. We'd like to thank Man Peppers and James Atkins for their generosity in hosting the show. And Larry, let's talk about last Friday's game at Woodstock.
Yeah, Woodstock's a very good football team. They have been for a number of years now. I don't think we played to our potential though. And a lot of that, I think, lies on me as the head coach. You know, we got to figure out how to get these guys to buy in and play it the best they can play every week. So, you know, we meet as staff and we figured out some things to learn from it and game plan for this week. So
Yeah, so Central has been a powerhouse in the Bull Run and actually the state of Virginia for the last several years.
Yeah, I think 2 years ago they were in the state finals. You know, they won a couple of region championships. They've been in the region championship, so they've been pretty good for the last few years.
So let's talk about some of the big plays in the game that turned the tide against us. Is there anything you want to talk about there?
Yeah, I think, you know, schematically, I think we had a pretty good game plan. But then fundamentally, I don't think we executed as well as we could. A lot of missed tackles. We didn't really seal the edge that well on sweeps and outside runs. We weren't disciplined as far as some reverses and stuff. So I think there's things we can definitely learn from it and fix. But we gotta take advantage of opportunities and give less opportunities to our opponents in order for us to be successful.
Yeah, I know all the people try to make the game complicated, but really, sometimes it's not complicated. It's the basic stuff that you need to do.
It comes down to blocking, tackling, and holding on to the football.
Yeah. People don't realize that. I mean, whatever play or defense you run doesn't make any difference if you can't actually physically make the plays.
Yeah, do the fundamental things perfect every time. You know, it doesn't matter what you run.
Exactly. So, who are some of the standouts for this past week?
You know, still the same guys. Giving us everything they got every week. I thought Aaron Fincham played one of the best games of his career Friday. I don't know his stats right off the top of my head, but he played really well. Jeremiah played well on a tough night to get yardage. I think he still had 156 yards and a touchdown versus a very stout defense. William Dickey played another very good game. You know, he had a big play on special teams, converting on 4th and 5 or 6 on a fake punt, and you know it's kind of nice to see because I kind of give him the freedom there. We do like a rugby style punt where he rolls out and he kind of sees what the defense is doing, and I give him the ability to make that decision.
Yeah.
You know, he's a very smart kid and he's a competitor, a true competitor. So he went after it, and you know it helped us out. I think we stalled out later, but it gave us a chance to keep trying to move the ball. So.
It's got to be a comfort feeling to have somebody like Will out there and all the other guys you mentioned too that can actually help manage the game and make decisions that you can trust they're going to make the right decisions.
Yeah, I mean, you know, believe it or not, punt is very vital in a football game, and that's a hard snap and it's hard to catch it. And you know, you have an all-state baseball player.
Yep.
Not many balls are going to get past him. So it's nice to have, and it is definitely a comfort thing. You know, on defense, we didn't play very well, but Wyatt Tompkins had another phenomenal game. You know, you can't say enough about these guys that have been with me this whole time and really care about it and really compete.
Yeah.
No matter what the score is or what's going on.
See, we have 3 more games left in the season.
Yeah, so we have Page County comes here Friday. We go to Strasburg next week, and then we get Clark County at home. So you know we got a really tough road ahead of us the next few weeks. You know, Strasburg and Clark, they play this week, but they're undefeated still. They're both 7 or 8-0, and you know they've been playing some really good football. So.
Yeah. I know that's where you strive for this program to be eventually too.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's talk about. There's only a few games left for the season. Let's talk about your seniors.
Yeah, you know, I had a long talk with them today, and I almost got pretty emotional because I feel like I've been doing this for 15 years coaching, and I've been head coach for the last 4. And this is probably the closest I've ever been with a senior class or team. A lot of these seniors, name them all, Larry Carpenter, Jeremiah Brown, Will Dickey, Wyatt Tompkins, they come and check in with me several times throughout the day just to say hi. And, I feel like we're pretty close. And it's tough on me because I feel like as close as we are, we haven't done what we're capable of for these seniors to make sure that they can play this game as long as they can. So, we still have time to right that ship, and hopefully we do.
Let's hope it ended the season on a strong note for them.
Yeah.
I think it's something that goes very understated about player-coaches relationships. Get attached to these kids.
Oh, yeah.
You spend so much time with them, especially with you. You did all of your summer. You did weightlifting, 7-on-7s and everything. You get attached to these kids, and you really want to see you do right by the kids.
Yeah. I mean, to me, coaching is all about relationships.
Yeah.
They know when it's time, when I mean business, and they know who's in charge when it matters. But they also know I care about them.
Yeah, that's right.
My goal as a coach is to create opportunities and create better young men, and I hope when I'm done with this, people can say that. I hope when these guys look back, some of their favorite memories are with me, or something Coach Helmick has said, and I hope I can help create as many opportunities for these kids as possible. They're all very good football players, but it goes beyond that. They're very good young men. They're just great to be around. So
I know from previously coaching myself, those relationships you build with those players, that's lifelong.
Oh yeah, I mean I have players from years ago that still talk to weekly, or you run into them or something, and it's just you catch up and talk about all the good memories and great times you had together. It's surreal. I think that's a big reason I have a staff full of Madison guys, and I have a staff that has several players that played for me or coached with me, and I think it comes from building relationships. Somebody you can depend on, somebody who's loyal, somebody you know is in your corner. So.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, when you're old, when you start coaches on you that play for you.
Yeah.
I hope it's helping get everybody out coming up this week for the Page Cats. A big game for Madison.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Page has played well this year. James May's done a good job over there. We're pretty good buddies. We try to keep in touch and try to do some things together in the off season. It's a tough time for all coaches in this day and age. There's so many more things for kids to do, video games or social media and all this stuff. It's hard, but it's especially hard for football because I feel like football is such a hard sport. There's a lot of hard work, dedication, adversity. Not that other sports don't have that, but it's physically and mentally very tough on the young students. So.
Yes, it is. On that note, where do you think you have any of these kids getting looks at anywhere else?
I have actually a whole platoon of them that could play at almost any Division III school they wanted. And we're still trying to navigate that and figure out if some of them want to. I got athletes that may go on to play another sport. Will Dickey may play baseball.
Right.
But there are several colleges hot on his heels for football too.
Right.
So I don't know. Well, there's definitely a lot of interest. Now we'll see if that is an avenue that some of these guys want to take, or if they want to go a different direction.
Right. So we're not knowing any players this week, but we're just glad we get to talk to them a little extra long than we have been. Drawing a blank right now. Question of the week. Who you got in the World Series?
I don't even know who's playing.
Well, I'll tell you what. That is a dedicated football coach. When you can't even, you don't even know who's playing. It's the Yankees and Dodgers.
I have no idea. I'm gonna go with the Yankees.
I was going. Good call. Good call.
Yeah, I don't really. There's only. It's funny because a lot of people always ask me about the NFL and who's doing this and who's doing that. I'm a huge Lions fan.
Yeah.
And people will be like, "Man, the Lions played really well this weekend," and I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so." There's only one football game I watch. And it's multiple times a weekend, and that's mine. So it's kind of.
And you're a big Hokies fan too, right?
I am a very big Hokies fan, but I like all Virginia sports. If I turn on the TV and UVA's playing, VCU's playing, whoever's playing, JMU, I'm a fan of Virginia, the state of Virginia. So
yeah, there's a lot of good football in Virginia.
Yeah,
you got
even basketball. Baseball. I don't watch much professional baseball, but I do watch a lot of college baseball.
Yeah.
For me, it's the sound of the metal bats. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll be here next Monday night.
At 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. And thank you, Larry, for coming out.
And thank you guys for doing this.
And thanks to Chuck Jackson and Mr. Dickey, Bitch Dickey over here for helping us out. And thanks for Ronnie Oots for showing up. And Brandon.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brandon. And thanks to Man Peppers and James Atkins. Well, thank you all. We'll see you next Monday night.